Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and have a look at this. Again, pretty standard BB list here for today. We're going to be going into some ranked games, getting close to that 1 billion berry bounty mark, which is a small goal of mine. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like and subscribe and let's get into the games. Okay, we have the Enel matchup here. Let's see, so he took second. We want to see stage. We could greed this hand, honestly. It's not great, but we have one searcher. I want to take the 10 cost teach here. It sucks having it this early, but it's such an important card in this matchup. I just don't want to see it go to trash. It could be worrying about Vasco shot here, because if he has Gidatsu or Kuzan, he can flip it to life and I have to trash a card now. We're on 5 down next turn, I'll pitch the 2k. It looks like he's playing a Starve variant of the deck, so I'm pretty okay trashing the 2k at the moment. We're on 5 down. Gonna just play out Kuzan here, there's no reason not to. He's gonna be on 6 don. I'm not too worried about any 6 don plays at the moment. The main things that I can think about is Egghead Nami or Gidatsu for 5 don, but he can't KO my Kuzan, so I'm pretty fine. Yes, Sanji as well is a bit annoying, but that's fine. It's just cycle. I guess I should keep that in mind, keep him above 2 life. He trashed, okay. We got 3. We do have a Burgess in trash, so I'm kind of tempted to swing 5, see what he does. He does up to block, which is what I wanted him to do. Because now we can play out our 2 Burgesses and swing 8 at the blocker. Nice, we get that off the field. He's going to have 8 Don, so we're worried about the Katakuri on play flipping our Burgess to life. So here I'm going to pitch dot Q, I think. We're looking like we're in a pretty good spot here. We've got 2 Burgesses on board and he can't get rid of them at the moment. The only annoying thing is we don't have stage. We've got one 10 cost teach, which is good, because we really need those in this matchup. So he's just establishing a board. We can't lib. I think we just establish a board of our own here, play out the Van Olga Burgess, and keep everything standing, and then we'll pitch lib here, since our board is so wide. He's on 10 Don, so he could play a Nell here. So there's an argument to not have swung last turn, but if he doesn't have a Nell, he's looking pretty bad. Okay, he does have it. That's unfortunate. Take this. Okay, we're finding our teachers now, which is good. So now he's got a absolute barrage of onslaught coming his way. I'm going to pitch the black hole here for leader effect, I think. Because I think we want to keep the 2k on us. I know we definitely want to be keeping the teachers on us. There's also maybe an argument to stun Brule and just like sinks a bunch of swings at life. See, he's got a trigger, I wonder what it is. Could be something like Damn Punk, so he's just cycling. Trying to think if I want to play out, if I want to swing with Burgess yet. I kind of don't want to, I might save them for next turn. Right, 1 block take. Gets a few cards out of hand, but I don't think it's worth it. Actually, we don't have enough board space, so we may as well just swing. He can't deal with all of them. I think it's better to just keep applying the pressure here. I'm not sure. It just feels bad because they're so low. We don't have any stage or anything to help cycle them. Interesting. Oh, he hit a beige trigger. Lucky him. That's fine though. We should be able to protect our Burgesses. We've got 1 blocker and we've got a 2k in hand. He's going to swing 6. I'm going to take the first one. Just so they're buffed up a little bit now. Oh, he's got another Enel, that's rough. That's why I wanted to keep the counter in hand, so I can now block and counter. I think here we're just gonna have to go straight for life. So I might turn off the Brûlée and just swing at him. Because he can only heal off one Enel each turn. And I think we've got enough swings that hopefully he's too bricked up to do anything about it. Let's go with Augur. So we just need one of these 7Ks to go through. And then I think it's Jova. Yeah. That's unlucky. He was too bricked up. It was close in the end, but I don't think there's much a Starve Enel can do, even though he found his 2 10 cost Enels. It was pretty rough. It felt a little bit closer than it probably should have been, but overall, not too bad, even though we didn't find stage. Okay, let's get into the next one. Okay, looks like we're into the GP Luffy. We got first, which I think we prefer. Bit of a rough opening hand, see if we can find any of our pieces. We can't. So we'll just pass it over to him. We're looking for Docu Van Augers in this matchup. To basically just whatever we can to counter the Sanji put in. He's thinking a lot, so he might be thinking between... Okay, he just takes the 2k Sanji, fair enough. Gonna have to play out the feet here for a search. Grab stage. I'm tempted to grab Augur, but I think we just need to start cycling really fast. And hopefully we can pick up another one. I'm thinking about grabbing Lib here instead of Docu, but I think I'm leaning towards Docu, honestly. Because it's hard to play Lib out on the first curve. It's easier to just play Docu and Van Augur. I forgot to swing 5 at life. It's fine. Fortunately, he has the swing on to my Lafitte, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. Okay, swinging 6. I think I'll just take this. Interesting card. Uso Hachi with more steps, it looks like. So he can rest Burgess or Docu. But it's fine, he can't do it as of yet, at least. Go Pichiri here. Grab the Van Augur. And then... I think we just swing at life. We need to start getting cards out of his hand. Or cards out of his hand, or cards in his hand if it's from his life. Okay, we need to find another Van Augur here. Actually, we don't have to. We can just finger pistol this. It's honestly fine. If we had Lib, we could play it, but I don't know. I don't think it's that great. I'll pitch Van Augur here, because we've got Kuzan to play it out next turn anyway. He is going to get the extra swing with Nami. We want to stay healthy. I'm really worried about the rush Luffy. So I'm going to pitch Burgess here and then take this last one. I could have counted out of the last one, but I was feeling okay for it. Here I think we might just double search, pump our trash, then just finger pistols. So we've got, or maybe we just search once. Take the 2k, I think. I think here we want to cull his board quite a bit. Get some swings into this Usohachi, get some 2ks out. It's good because he's giving us things to swing into since we can't swing out life whilst he's 6k. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna pitch. I think we might pitch search here. And just hope we draw into something for next turn. So if we've got Kuzan, we'll need Jesus for next turn. Then we can swing 5 here. Can finger pistol the Sanji pudding, establish a dot Q for next turn, pop Kuzan into a Van Augur. And then I think we can pass. We'll turn off on plays for him. I think pitch Lib here. I mean Black Hole rather. Actually, I think we could grade the 2k, but I think we'd rather keep it on us. Because whenever the game looks most winnable, that's when the 6 cost rush Luffy comes out and just ends it all, one way or another. See what he's got. We managed to wipe his board. I'm really surprised he didn't 2k counter out of the Usohachi, but I won't complain. I'll give him a 2k here because we want to keep Burgess for next turn. He does have the rush Luffy. He's not going to use it though. Interesting. The effect at least. Okay, this is interesting. So I think we're going to play out Kuzan Burgess here. So we don't need the dock Q, we'll take the 2k. That's perfect actually. So we do have the second Venom. I'll go just double checking in trash. So we can pop this, grab out this, minus cost, then KO. Then we can swing 5. Oh, we probably should have swung 5 at life first, to be honest. That's a bit of a misplay. Then we can play out the Burgess and pitch 1 for lead. I'll pitch a dock Q here, keep Vasco maybe for next turn. If we don't find a 10 drop. Okay, he's got the Sanji pudding and he's got stage, that's fine. If he KOs dock Q, we don't have a kill card, but we can just go for lethal maybe. He's not in a very good spot, which is good for us, but I mean, as long as they see one rush Luffy, they can come out from any spot. I'm gonna take this. It's a bit greedy. Okay, that's rough. I'm gonna pitch the Vasco. Okay, we did find the teach, which is good. So we can swing 10, and then we can turn off everything. If we didn't find the teach, I think we just play out a Vasco, and then swing high with lead and teach and Burgess. But luckily we did find it. We need to pitch 1 for leader effect, and I think this is pretty rough for him to come back from, even if he has another Luna. Oh, he's got he's got all the Sanji and puddings this game. That's rough. Giving him the best chance to come back. He's gonna swing 6. I guess we can just block this. There's no reason not to, unless he has another Luna. But it doesn't matter. It's 7 or lower. I think we might just swing big here, honestly. Next turn he'll have 4 swings, so we're definitely going to die. So we might just swing. Let me think. If we swing 14, 13, 14 maybe. I think it's 2. So he's got 8, 10, 12. So if he has 3.5 2Ks, or if he just has a giant, yeah, I think we have to just hope he doesn't have it. Okay, he's got 1. Let's see if he's got the rest of it. And he does. That's rough. I don't think there's much else we could have done. The double Luna is just really a bit oppressive. I mean, it's either that or we just... I don't know what else we could have done. If we just leave the teach standing, I think we still lose. I don't think it matters. Yeah, and he had the rush Luffy anyway. GG's. Yeah, he had another 2k. That's rough. Oh well, I was close in the end. I thought we were looking good, but if I ended up sinking that 5k at the start of the game, I may have won. That's unfortunate. Let's get on to the next one. Interesting, he plays out the flampe. We're gonna establish stage here. Might take the Kuzan. It's either Kuzan or Black Hole. I think we'll take Kuzan here. And we'll pass it over to him. We're not too worried about the flampe sticking. since it's such a low body. Okay, wow. He's really going ham on his life. I think we'll just pitch dock you here. Take the search for next turn, and we'll just KO the blocker. It does give him an extra life, but now he's on 3 life. It doesn't allow him to use the Sanji blocker on-play effect. Which isn't like a huge on-play effect, but... Okay, I should have been thinking about Gedatsu as well. That's my bad. Oh well, it happens. I'll search again, see what we can get. Probably take Augur here. Question is, if I just deal with his board, I think I'm leaning towards doing that. So we've got one more for a search. We can swing 6 here. Should have searched first actually, that was misplay. Missequencing at the very least. I wanted to take the teach, but we need Burgesses for next turn. Or even... No, I think we kill first. We definitely want Burgesses for next turn. He's going to be on 7 Don. I'm not too worried about any 7 Don on plays at the moment. So we'll leave them up. So he does have the Sanji. And another Shirahoshi as well. Lucky us, we drew into another Burgess, which is pretty good. Take the 2k here. Swing 5 at life. I imagine he's just going to block it. There's no reason not to. Oh, he's not. Interesting. I think that means he might have a 10 cost Enel in hand? I'm not sure. Anyway, he's going to be on 9, so he's going to have... Yeah, I think we just turn off one place here. Nine, okay, so it's just establishing and the Yamato, fair enough. 1, 2, I've got 3 swings. If I turn off the blocker, I think is the most damaging for him. We're going to pitch whatever we get here, so I'm just going to take Vasco in case we need it off of Kuzan later on. So I'm going to leave up the Yamato, I'm not too worried about it. I mainly just want to make sure he has to give up something every time we swing. I want to try and get as many resources out of his hand as possible. Or if we get a blocker, it actually dies. Because he can get a free block with this one. Okay, we got the blocker. We've turned off one plays. I think that's all we can do. If he has the 10 cost now, it's a bit rough, but it's honestly fine. We've got enough counter in our hand. I imagine the best play here is to start swinging at my Burgesses, but I've got enough counter for it to be fine. He doesn't have the Russian now, which is good for us. I'm going to block and counter because if he goes 7 into teach, I've got another 2k. It'd be fairly fair play to swing at the teach, assuming that I have another teach in hand, but unluckily for him, I have another card in hand that I can play. I know we've got 1 teach, so I know we've got 2 teachers left, so I'm kind of thinking about gambling here. Yeah, we whiffed. That's just how it works. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I think we'll just take stage here, because we're going to pitch for leader effect here. I'll swing 5. And swing 9. And swing 9 again. Interesting, they decided to take that. We'll leave up the blocker, I think. Actually, we could just swing. If he has a... I'm just worried about the 12k Russian now, then he can kill my teacher as well. But I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll get the blocker. Because he has to block her up this turn, otherwise he'll die. Unless, of course, he has the Enel, then he gets 1 life back. But it looks like he doesn't. Which is good for us. Very unlucky for him. He also hasn't hit really any triggers. Just play out the teach. think we probably shouldn't have played out the teach and should have swung 25 at his face. So now we're giving him another turn to play the game. So that's definitely a misplay. I just assumed it would be over. That was a very greedy play from me, but we'll see what he's got. He's got another ace, yeah, because we couldn't turn off on plays. I'm greedy. That was way too greedy from me. And it doesn't matter. He has 3 cards in hand. You can attach 1. Swing 11 is guaranteed to go through. Then you can swing 12, also guaranteed to go through. It just depends on the triggers. And then we can swing 15. Or 14 rather. Okay, that's unlucky. He found the Enel at the end. I did greed the last turn. I played a teach when I should have just swung 15 at life. I mean 25 at life. But we still had the win. We had a pretty stacked life. I feel like the Star of Enel just never feels like it can win against Teach, which is a bit rough, but it seems like that's where the meta's going. Anyway, let's get on to the next one. Oh, okay, we're against a Nico Robin. I think we might prefer first in this matchup. I'm honestly not too sure. Looking for stage and some early game removal. I guess having the search is good. We'll take stage. Sucks to trash a 2k, but it is what it is. Establish stage. Probably not going to play Lib this game. I'm just going to take the dock Q. We can use it as counter, worst case scenario. I just don't think having Teach in hand right now is very good against a leader with Banish. We're hoping they don't hit too many triggers. They do run a very trigger heavy deck, so we want to avoid that. Ideally we want to turn off on plays around 6 Don for the 6 cost Nico Robin. This exact card. Okay. We use Dock Q as a 1k. Keep our hand as unknown as possible as well, which is really good. We'll just grab another 2k here. Grab stronger. I'm thinking about swinging 5 first, just see what the trigger is. Looks like it's nothing usable. Pop out Van Olga so we can kill this Frankie. Then we'll pitch 1 for leader effect here. I'm thinking of pitching potentially stronger to greed a little bit. I think, because if he'll be on 7 Don, so he can finger pistol Van Olga anything he plays. So maybe we pitch Dock Q here actually, because I don't think we really need Dock Q right now. We've got 1 on the board, and if he chooses to kill it, it just gives us an extra card draw. Looks like he doesn't. Very interesting. He plays out another Frankie. I'm very confused as to why he would do that when he can just KO it again. It's a bit funny, but to each their own. We'll take the Burgess here, because we want to set up for next turn. For our 10 Don turn, start chaining them. Swing first, see if they hit any trigger we can kill, and then we'll just kill this. I think we need to search with stage. I guess we will pitch finger pistol here. Oh, okay, this is a bit rough. We need to take Teach. So we already know 1's on the bottom of the deck. We can't let both of them go down. This is a bit rough, but I think we pitched a 2k here. Now he's gonna swing. He has to swing up board here. There's no way he can avoid it. Yeah, he's gonna go for the Lafitte. Let's see what he plays out. Rush Luffy. Well, not really rush without any on plays, but that's fine. Okay, let's see what we can find here. Grab Kuzan here. Let's see what we have in our trash. We don't really have anything to play out with it though, is the issue. Regardless, we can still take it. Pop it out. But we do kind of need to crack it so we can trash a card for on players. I think we'll just start swinging higher here. I'm really thinking if I even play out this Kuzan now. Okay, you're the one that should disappear. 2, you're the ones that should... Okay, he's looking pretty bricked up in hand. I'm actually... No, I think I'll still play out Kuzan. I'll crack him into a, I guess just... Crack it into a stronger for cycle next turn, and then I'll pitch Shiri for the 2k. So we can use stronger as a cost reduction, but we can also use it to cycle a little bit. It's honestly not very good to play off Kuzan, but there's not much else for me to really do right now. It would be so nice if this leader wasn't banished, we would have 1 extra card in hand. Plays out the Robin, interesting. So we can just kill the Robin, stun the Luffy, turn off the leader effect, which I think we might do. So I'll trash this, -2, -3 and KO. Then I'll cycle the Burgess into Teach, which doesn't really matter because I'm going to have to trash it for lead effect anyway. And then we'll pass the turn. I don't believe they have any rush that's not on play. I don't think they run the 6 cost secret rush Luffy. So I think we should be fine. The only rush is on play with the Luffy or the Sanji, which I think they counted with here. So I'm hoping they don't have too much. Gonna have to take this hit. We don't want to give our blocker here for sure. Cycle through our deck a little bit more. Just take the Van Augur. I think we can just play for lethal though. He's got 3 Don up. There's not much he can really do if we just swing really high. Actually, we'll spread it out a little bit. We can go start with a 9, and then we've got 7 Don left. So we can go 9, 12, 12. I assume he's got a Gum Gum Giant here. Yep. There's the one. Oh, and he trashed a brick, so it's just, he drew into 2 more bricks, that's rough. GG's, that was a close game. I felt like my hand size was very non-existent, but managed to squeak out the win. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Oh, okay, we got Lucci. It's a pretty favoured matchup for us generally. We're going to want to find stage here. Perfect. We did get to go second as well, which means we get to hit our 10 drop curve first, which is really nice. In this matchup, we generally play pretty heavy around Burgesses. Pitch the 2k in case he plays out a Brook. I don't really like this search at all. We'll take the Van Augur for the counter. Hopefully we'll be searching enough to see the Teach again at the end of the game. Pitches to... Looks like he's playing the small blockers. So it's going to be annoying for us to get through. We'll pitch Augur here, since we don't really need it that much in this matchup. And then we'll swing 5 at life. And we can get Shiryu to carry the Uta, which is why we wanted to keep it in our hand. I'm thinking about pitching, but I think he's on 5 Don. If he kills Shiryu, he kills Shiryu. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Next turn, I think we're looking to swing 6 and then play out a Kuzan, ideally. He's swinging 6. We might 2k this. Give him as little information about our hand as we can, since he saw us search that. I'll pitch Van Augur, scrub the Kuzan, and then we can play out the Kuzan. We'll swing first, swing 5 and then swing 6, and then play out Kuzan. On 7 Don, we're not too worried about on plays. We want to make them play Jack. It is possible for him to kill my Shiryu, I imagine. I'm just thinking whether it's worth pitching so they cannot go wide or as wide. I might leave it up. I'm not too worried. I think his best play is to play Jack anyway to establish it. If we do draw into a black hole, what we can do is we can pop the Kuzan into a Van Augur, -3, and then black hole a Jack, which is really good. He's going to swing 6. We might take this, see what we hit. Okay, absolute brick, that's fine. I'm waiting for him to swing 5 with lead, I'm assuming. But it would have been better, smarter to counter, but I'm assuming that he's going to swing low with lead because he's going to want to be going wide this turn. I'm expecting him to either play out Jack or to play out Rebecca's into maybe bring back the Utah. Oh, he can't bring back the 2K, sorry. Oh, he's going to swing hard. Interesting, okay. Definitely should have counted out first there. It's my mistake. What we can do is we can onslaught of 5s, I think. And then we can pitch... we can crack Kuzan into a Van Augur. -3 on the Kuzan and kill it with Doc Q. But... Or we can just... I think that's the best play, honestly. We'll pitch the Kuzan, see what we can get. We'll grab Teach. So we've got a 7k swing now, because then we've got 2 for Van Augur, and then we've got 4 for Burgess. I think is the best play. Because getting rid of the Kuzan here really helps keep our Teach on board next turn. And it forces them into playing the 10-drop Kuzan if they want to get rid of Teach. And since they don't have a Jack established, it's really hard for them to do anything. I'm going to pitch for on plays here. Ideally for him, he's just going to play Kaido. But if he plays Kaido, he's going to lose because we've got so many swings. So he needs to play our blockers. And I'm turning off on plays just in case he has Rebecca's. He can cycle a lot. He's got 1 10-drop Kuzan in trash, which is good for us. But honestly, I'm not too worried about it since we have so many teachers. We can just stun them and turn off their effects, so it's hard for them to KO anyway. We'll see what he opts to do though. Looks like he's thinking about it a lot. He might not have a Kaido. I was thinking if he has a Kaido, we might have to pitch a Teach. But okay, interesting. Maybe he has a Jack here. He's going to try and KO the Shiryu. We'll see what he opts to do. 6 that life will counter this. When we start getting to 3, 2, 1 life, we generally want to be worried about being in lethal range. See what he's doing for 2 Don. He's playing out the Utah. Interesting. Pitch Lafitte here. I'm thinking he doesn't have any way to kill us if we KO his board. Because I'm thinking we can play Shiryu into Burgess into Doc Q, and then we can KO the Lucci, we can KO the Utah. I'll take the Burgess. I'll swing 5 first, see what he does. Gives the 1k. It's either that or we just play out the Teach, but with the Utah on board, I'm worried the Teach is a lot easier to deal with. Actually, I think it's fine. I think we just play out Teach. I'm going to experiment a little bit. I'll try the KO route and see how well it works. Then we can play out another thing, pitch the Teach, and then swing 8 ahead. Looks like we should have just swung 8 first and then stacked on Van Augur. Wow, he's really bricked up. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I think I'm trying to get a feel for what's better, to go for the KO route or to just set up Teach. Most of the time this card is so busted, it's always just better to play it, but since he had another Jack, so he could have ooted into Tempest Kick into Jack, and he could have KO'd it, but at that point it wouldn't matter, because I'd have more swings at life. But I think that's why I was tempted to go wide, just in case he did have a Tempest Kick or another Jack in hand. He would be able to just KO it. But I think that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully next time we can hit the 1 billion bounty mark. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you leave a like and subscribe, and whilst you're here you should have a look at this.